Hello my dear friends, today I'm recording video from Kyiv. This is the view, you might remember it because I have been here before. This is my friend's house and she's a cross stitcher, her name is Valery. We spent a few days together and I want to show you her cross stitch work. This is cardinals I'm stitching currently. She had done them 2 years ago, just before the war, and I remember she was asking me to bring some threads she wanted to compare because she was doubting herself, and well, she finished this job before me, which is fine, it's great. I love to see it at her place, and they're really bright in person. Camera cannot show you, but they're also tiny. They're not as big as you might think, because they're stitched on 28 count, and they are smaller than dimensions gold in general. And here there is a tiny picture from Petite. She was stitching it when she escaped from Kyiv, from when the war started. This is her memory about this design. We all have this kind of memories, all people who are from Ukraine. We took 1 or 2 designs with us, and basically nothing else, because when we were escaping, the decision was made quickly, and in that stress you could not take much. So those work we've done, they were special, they're personal, they're really touching our feelings looking at them. So yeah, and they have tons of memories. And this is how it looks like in her bedroom. And again, I showed you this before. This is pillow, cross stitch kit. And let's go to see her other cross stitch designs. And here we are at the kitchen. It's cloudy today. Yesterday was amazing bright day, and today is a bit colder, but what can we do? Don't have much time. So these are birds from Dimensions. Actually, the previous design was Dimensions Petite. This is not Dimensions Petite. This is just regular dimensions. The glass, I think it's regular. Yes, it's regular glass. Sorry for the glare. She stitched it in 5 days, and she's really happy with the result. Yeah, and they're decorating her house during springtime. And here we are sitting and stitching. I'm stitching my Mirabilia, having tea, candy instead of dinner. Of course, it's me. And Valeria is stitching this design. The bike from Dimensions Gold. Petite, yes. So this is, sorry, I don't have nails done. Bicycle afternoon, because I just arrived from Brussels and it was really long way to go. But she have not done backstitch yet, and also French knots. But this one of my favorite designs from Dimensions Gold. I'll be stitching it, I don't know when, but soon. And if you recognize this design from Lanarte, okay, she wanted me to show it from the distance. It's a bit different colors right now, but I will come closer, you will see it better. But it's quite a big design. Compared to the table, you can see it's really big, especially after you frame it with matte or without. But yeah, all these colors and all these details, it's quite popular design. I think it was reprinted once or not, if I'm mistaken, let me know. Yeah, there is another one, looks similar, sampler from Lanarte, but it's lovely, people love it. I love the mushroom. I love the flowers on the left side, crocus. Yeah, it's lots of details, tons of details. This is dimensions gold, a big size collection, and this is just a 1/4 part of the design. I have stitched it before. I was living in Buffalo at the time in the United States, and there is a hummingbird as well. There is a flower, I guess, and dragonfly. And it's such a fun design. You stitch it faster than regular dimensions gold because you don't stitch the background and tons of details. It's really nice design, and it's stitched on 14th count of Ada. So her other whip, it's also dimensions. Somehow it's happened that she's stitching dimensions now. Usually she likes to combine different designs, but this time we have what we have. So what we believe, we are cross stitchers, sometimes superstitious, but we make a wish when we stitch lighthouse. And this is dimensions gold, and it's stitched on 18th count of Ada. You can see the crosses here much smaller than on other design, and obviously designs on 18th count, they are more difficult than designs on 14th or 16th, but it's really beautiful and classy design from dimensions. If you remember from my previous video, she's stitching here. This is her cross stitch spot. This is a balcony of the apartment, and on top she has two designs from Véronique Agenier, the French designer, Licinia and Mimosa. As you can see, she loves changing her designs. Depends on the theme, depends on the weather, of the time of the year. This is lighthouse from dimensions gold petite, small design. It's quite easy to stitch. I remember I stitched as well, so I can tell. And here another design from Véronique Agenier, peony, but it's stitched on Ada, not on linen.
Нет, то Аида везде.
Everywhere she has Ada, because I don't know why.
Я не знала вообще.
Oh, she did not know about
да.
back in the day. She did not know about linen or even weave. So here she has lavender. This is dimensions regular collection, but I was surprised how small it is compared to just regular designs, because background you don't stitch, just the middle part of the design, and it's on 14th count, and it's quite easy to stitch. Here she skipping her cross stitch treasures. This is her little secret. Okay, let me show you another part of the apartment. This is kind of like a hall, and here she has 3 butterflies. I won't tell you which company is, because it's from our, you understand, enemy country. So I just will show you how it looks like, and yeah, if you know, you know. Then we go to the other corner. There is rose, Soul of Rose, dimensions gold. She's huge because of the frame, because of the mat. No. And yeah, you know very well this design, stitched on 18th count of Ada. And I remember I showed you it before, just want to remind you how it looks like. It's always nice to show how they look like. This is another design from our enemy country, and it's still pretty, I like it, but not gonna stitch anything till we win the war, because I don't want to touch anything made there. And here we have sampler from Sampler Kyiv, I think the company called, and this is Midnight in the Garden. I have stitched this design as well, but in a bit different colors. Театр DMC?
Yeah.
Here is DMC threads,
4 цвета.
4 different colors, and I think it's a 32nd count of linen. I like the framing very, very much, and basically she loved to frame her cross stitch in another framing store, which is not that crazy expensive, but it's based in Kyiv. So here is a other room when you just enter the door right here, and we have, I think it's Dimensions Cruel kit. Sometimes she loves stitching designs, which is having this I forgot the word, sorry, which is from Cruel, I mean Cruel designs. Once a year she likes to experience that. And this is Mereshka. It's large design. Okay, I see it's on either Murano or another even weave or linen, I don't know, but they're really big. She said it was easiest to stitch, and sometimes she put them in the kitchen, but right now till summertime they definitely will be here in this room. Okay, this is what she have stitched for the past maybe 2 years, year and a half, since I've seen her last time, and I did not show it in a video. So this is a couple designs from Dimensions Petite Gold, and she also been stitching them during the war when we all escaped at the beginning, and she just took them, and because you can't take the whole frame and everything, she was just stitching this in a smaller hoops or whatever. This is 2 designs. And this design was stitched by Valery's sister. She said she will stitch it for her, and they did not know what it means, believe and joy, but I translated, and it really means a lot, especially now to us, and in general you have to believe and enjoy your life. But it's nice design, I like it very much. Dimensions Gold Petite. Next design, it's very patriotic now in Ukraine, because sunflower is the flowers which symbolize Ukraine. Basically we have tons of sunflowers, and it's very traditional picture what we usually see here in Ukraine. Another design, it's more traditional in Italy, Croatia, I would say, all these Mediterranean countries, but yeah, I would, if I remember very well, it's Mediterranean Cafe. I can't remember the name of this design, but I've heard someone said it is one of the most difficult dimensions petite, but maybe. Один из самых сложных петитов сказали, что это. Правда или нет?
Ну нет, я бы не сказала.
Valeria is not agree. She said it, I would not say that, but I've heard few people said it's just one of the most difficult designs. Which one I just completed? Oh, the shop, the window shopping. Wow, that was for me one of the most difficult. But I will see. I have to stitch this one to compare. Okay. And this is another Christmas design, Christmas stockings, and yeah, she also loved it very, very much. And now we will show you bigger designs she stitched. This is lines from Dimensions, and this is quite old design. Valeria said it was easy to stitch, but to be honest, when I look at this design, I think it was a bit difficult to stitch, because tons of similar colors on the bottom, and okay, background, the sky, maybe it's easy but a bit boring to stitch. What I love here is the tree and the way they look away somewhere, they look at someone, maybe new victim. Also, not too many backstitch here done on those couple, but yeah, so there are lines. I think she would like to stitch lines as a companion piece. Here is a sampler from Butzilla, which she turned to family tree, and Valeria changed the ABC there. She put Ukrainian one, and she also put her family members here as well, the Ukrainian flag, and I love the border here. And she said the best family in the world, of course. Next design is Rosewood Manor, Karen Kluba. Oh, I wanted to stitch it for my tulips, but still I have it not stitched, but I think I have all the threads and the chart in Brussels, I think so, together with Spring Sampler, which I plan to start this year. I doubt I will, because tons of things to finish, tons of things to do, but still I love this design. If you can see the details, really beautiful. Those roses don't really look to me like roses, but I like the idea, I like the color palette, I like everything about the sampler. It's quite busy, but not too busy, and yeah. You stitch this design with Wixdye Works, and it's really fast stitch. Okay, next design is very big design from the company called Ariste. I'll show you the kit, which is similar, but exactly the same kit she was using to stitch this pair. This will be her other design, which she would like to have it for this rooster, and it's quite a family. I just saw the chick on top of the chicken, and I like the writings and the border, of course, and it's stitched on 14th count of Ada. Tons of details, lots of backstitch, but it's counted backstitch. It's not that difficult, but just prepare yourself. You have to stitch a lot of backstitch. But again, this work is quite big. Compare even to dimensions quilt, it's much bigger than regular dimensions. Well, not double, but I would say it's size of Dana's roses, something like that, from Butzilla. I love those berries, they look so real. And a grape, of course, as well. Surprisingly great finish, because this company not really well known, but I've seen it in Hobby Lobby too many times, and the price was not that high, and they're regular on sale. I think if more cross-stitchers stitch this design, it will be more popular and more expensive. But again, if you're interested, just try to look on a basis company. I bet you will find this design on sale somewhere. And here is her haul. I can't remember what we were showing last time, but some designs you might have seen, so just want to remind you what she has in her haul. This one we love a lot, the winter morning, and this is Jeanline, very different. This is a reprint for Russia before, but yeah, here more roosters because she liked the theme. She loves roosters. I love this design a lot, winter reindeer. When I saw it on preview, I did not, but then I look at this design differently when I saw it stitched. Really, really nice one. And this is the jars she wanna stitch together with the bouquet. Winter wish, not winter, but she wanna make it a pillow out of this design. Very nice and popular design from Butzilla called by Sandy Orton. Her work. Well, yeah, it's Butzilla. To everything is a sampler. I like that saying very much. Yeah. So this is new collection from Dimensions. Birds. The chicken we show you. This design is stitched. The afternoon tea I wanted to stitch since day one. Even I made video 7.5 years ago about the design, still did not stitch. Honey Bear I stitched last year. This is classy, classy, classy. And I think that's it. Just want to show you, sorry, we just cleaned the pillows from the couch. When I was escaping the war, I wanted to give some my cross stitch finishes I could not take with me, and so this is inspiration from Rosewood Manor now with Valeria.
It's super.
She said she liked it, it's super. And here, very quickly I show you, sorry for the mess, we're just cleaning here everything, and I have to leave in 2 hours to Zaporozhye. So this design is mine, and this is hers. This is pomegranate from one magazine. And yeah, the bird last time I show you, which Janlin? From Janlin. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, and I will leave you Valeria's Instagram, so you can subscribe her. Also, I will leave you my Instagram.
Bye bye.
Bye.